Welcome to my first video. I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about student loans and the disability discharge process that I recently went through. I actually did have my loans canceled due to my disability. I have a mental illness which qualified me for the discharge. First thing I'd like to tell you is that it's a great idea to consolidate your student loans. You can get one loan with one interest rate, which is a lot easier to manage as far as payments are concerned. You just have to call your loan holder and ask for a consolidation loan. They should most likely give you one. The stuff I'm talking about is all on the website disabilitydischarge.com. That's how you can find out a lot more about it. This process is through federal loans, also known as direct loans. That's who was my loan holder, direct loans. They need you to be totally and permanently disabled in order to qualify. You have to get paperwork from your doctor that says you are totally and permanently disabled. You can also get, if you're on Social Security disability, you can get paperwork through them, but you have to be on a certain type of Social Security. And there's also, for veterans, there's another way to do it that I don't exactly know how. For veterans who wish to apply for the discharge due to disability. When you're approved, and I don't know all of the conditions that are approved or the ones that are denied, but I do know that it is difficult and it is a long process. If you are approved, they make you do a 3-year post-discharge monitoring period in which they monitor the amount of money you make, and they don't allow you to go over a certain amount of income. And for my state, that was about $15,000 a year. They do not count Social Security disability income. It's only income that you earn through employment. So for 3 years, you have to watch how much money you're making from employment. And also, you cannot take out new loans without signing paperwork that basically they want you to sign paperwork that says you will not have the new loans discharged. So you're not eligible for new loans to be discharged. There's different rules if you have Sallie Mae or basically private loans. I don't know the exact rules, but I've heard that they are willing to work with people on that if you have disabilities. But it's different, so it's different from direct loans. For those of you who are not disabled, I want to let you know about a website that I've heard about, social finance, SoFi.com. They do student loan refinancing, where your rate goes from, let's say, 5.8 to 8.25% down to 4.5% fixed interest. Is the numbers I've heard. They do need you to be employed. They want you to be working or looking for work, I think. And they do look at your credit reports as far as getting the refinancing. They look at your credit reports, so that will affect your interest rate, I believe. Also, if you contact your loan holders that are private, like Wells Fargo or Sallie Mae, they will work with you, as far as I know. I've heard that if you're 120 days behind, they will lower your interest rates. I've heard figures as low as 1% interest, but I am not sure. You'll have to contact them. That is basically how it works. I did have tens of thousands of dollars of student loan debt, and basically the degrees you receive don't always produce the income that they say they're going to get. In my opinion, student loan debt is a very big problem in the country, in the United States. My advice is to be very careful of how much you borrow. A lot of you who have loans do know that interest rates will hurt you in the long run if you've got a great deal of debt. So to those who may be thinking about college or just freshmen, sophomores, be very careful about how much you borrow. My advice is to try and work part-time, or definitely get a summer job as you're going to school. Otherwise, your debt adds up and it becomes a very difficult situation. So, other than that, good luck to all students. Hopefully my advice was helpful.